Jeremy Hunt's call.
Right, double check the stream's live and all that.
Yeah, we're live. Why is my name called Viper?
What?
My name is Viper. I like the Viper. Do you like the Viper?
I like the PlayStation. 9 months in a row. Kelly's looking at into your soul Viper like why? Why 9 months in a row?
No, I've just opened a new tab. Why can't I see it?
You don't need to see Kelly for Kelly to see you. That is just a simple truth.
Oh, he's like Santa. Stop calling me it.
Now 30 seconds and then the intro will play. Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
You just fucking said it. It's gonna fucking... It's the Twitch, baby.
Right, 9, 8, 7.
COD can count.
Yay, backwards to
5, 7, 23.
Scots
121.
with soul, we build
9.
this network. Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, folks, what's happening? And welcome back to the IndiScots Scots with Soul podcast. I'm Cod8, my dog, and this week we have a new face in the form of Walkerly. How you doing, Walkerly, son? Welcome.
It's happening.
Doing good, dude. Captain Priviledge is with us again, with his sunglasses on. He's not done a face reveal yet. What he really means is an eye reveal, and he's going to shave his beard as well. Didn't agree to that part, but that's a stipulation now. And also, SMviper is with us, or Viper Media. What you calling yourself again?
The one and only Adam.
He's got himself Adam. Right, cool.
Biblical, but alright.
Right, well, guys, I told you the topics beforehand. What do you want to start with? What do you want to take away and start with the topics we had? Beauty pageant
The 1 million.
Fuck it. Right, fuck it. We'll start after the beauty pageant. Right.
The wheel.
The wheel's just annoying, right? The wheel's just annoying. Right, we'll start after the beauty pageant.
I'll rifle out and I'll shoot.
Right. At the Miss Virginia beauty pageant, Camille Schreier, a 24-year-old entrant, done a chemical experiment during the talent showcase section. Now, I think this is quality. Pageants are out of date with about 40 years, right? Maybe more. From an era where women were treated mostly as objects. Fair enough, in the 1950s it was stopping, it was kind of coming to where we are now, where women are viewed as equals, right? And women are just people the same as men, right? Us modern guys, we're good like that, right?
Nice guys.
Like, what do you think about that? Like, because you know for that's the first time something like that's ever been done. It's something like that, do you know what I mean? So, how do you guys feel about that? Like, how do you guys feel about if you had a daughter, would you put her into a beauty pageant? Stuff like that.
I mean, my understanding is they all have a talent portion. And so if women want to do them, then they should be allowed to. And I don't think there should be pure... I don't think many people do view women as objects, even if they are into watching beauty pageants and that.
Well, that's my point, do you know what I mean? We live in 2019 and no longer women are viewed as that by the average person, do you know what I mean? Like, women sometimes have better jobs than their husbands, and that's totally acceptable now. There's stay-at-home men and stuff like that now that raise the kids, so why are these... It's mostly in America as well, so why are these American parents seeing it as okay to put their child into that environment where they're told how you look is the most important thing in your life? I really disagree with it. Capitalism, there, Viper, take it away. He's an argument
You
for
always
communism.
blame capitalism.
No, I just hate capitalism, and I want to blame everything wrong in the world on it. So
I don't
There's like a
particularly
couple of
like
things with it,
capitalism
man.
either. Sorry, Priv, when you go, son.
There's a couple of things with it, like it comes back to like the Booth Babes argument back for E3 there, no, where your own zombie unicorn started, fucking Twitter on Instagram and live about how she was disgusted that E3 was still doing this in 2019. But then you had the lassies who are like, well, actually, we're professional dancers and we're hired to do this, and it's a job, it's a choice. I think
But dancing's an art form.
The choice.
That's different, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, the dancer doesn't have to be attractive. She just has to be a good dancer. Do you know what I mean?
So
Usually, a good dancer
specifically
is attractive. Do you know what I mean? That's where the link comes from. But like, you don't have to be attractive to be a good dancer. Do you know what I mean?
to be fair, you're not going to the right clubs then, but.
But see, that's why I mentioned the talent potion. Like, you don't win these pageants without doing well in talent round. So I'm assuming her science project was her talent.
A science project was pretty much the thing where you mix two things together and then it expands and comes out the beat.
Isn't that a talent?
It was very simple. But it was science.
I don't know, but I don't know where else they're fitting that into a beauty pageant. What was like a political statement section this year, and they went, right, what are you doing to further the cause of women? I've done chemistry.
It's weird because, like, in terms of the whole Booth Babe thing,
they're like, Hillary, you're too old to compete.
But like, in terms of like the thing is that, like, if it's, I guess it's some, like, there is a portion of women. Why are we're four fucking guys? Why are we talking about women empowerment?
Why not?
Like, if I guess it's like it's got
to show how progressive we are, Viper.
Yes.
How do you know none of us are women, Viper? That was the big assumption you've just made there.
Well, you did admit before the podcast you have an AirPod up your cock, so
he says it speaks to him as well.
That's a woman's penis, mate. A woman's penis.
But like I guess, like, the Booth Babes wouldn't be doing it if they didn't want to. It's the same with, like, the Monster Girls, and like like I know people who are either selling explicit photography for money, or like they do like cam girling and stuff. Like, do you remember?
It's like, see if you're an adult female, whatever the fuck you choose to do with your body, or whatever the fuck you choose to do is your decision, right? Where I draw the line is fucking when you see children in these pageants.
Oh yeah, no, that's
my main point.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Why the fuck are we still putting our daughters in these fucking pageants? Do you know what I mean? We should be fucking
because
sitting doing.
Were ugly as fuck.
There's one actually, like, fucking. Do you remember that fucking Honey Boo Boo?
Yes.
Remember Honey Boo Boo, right? Like, that's proof of his point. Like, that's absolute proof of his point.
Mm-hmm. It totally is, but do you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
beauty comes in all forms and sizes. How dare you men just mansplain and judge it?
See, if I could walk into a bar, right, and see if I heard some woman debating the nature of the universe. Doesn't matter what she looked like. I'd walk up to her like that. You want to come home with me? we can talk physics.
Like, see, I'm in the
do you know what I mean?
Like, I'd walk up and say, your opinion's invalid.
What we need
go
to,
for that, like the dominant male role that women sometimes are still attracted to but don't like to admit it.
In my internet gaylord today, that's the best time to do it as well.
Would it be a case of, like, I am a strong independent woman, do you want some cummies? Yes, daddy.
I'm just going to interject here. For anybody who is a wee bit salty with the start of tonight's podcast, here is something I want to show you guys, right? This is a YouTube channel called, what was it called? Insert Controller Here, right? And what this guy has done is he's created a gaming controller that you can quit your game merely by pouring salt, right? So here it is here. So if you're a bit salty with the start of the podcast, you know what to fucking do. Right, here we go.
That lets you rage quit video games using the power of salt.
See how he just poured the salt into the cup that quit the game? we'll see that again, right?
For my latest project, I built a controller that lets you rage quit video games using the
It's fucking brilliant, ain't it?
My question is, right?
There is other adaptations. Wait,
is-
it shows you other
playing your
adaptations.
favorite game.
Is it only sugar?
Complete garbage that is
No, it's
Oh, is
salt.
it only salt?
We know
It's
the
salt.
game
It's only
is.
salt?
Because like
But
something
don't let
a lot of people don't really realise is the resistance of water drops when it's fresh water's got a higher resistance to salt water, because salt water is more close to a solid, therefore the molecules are closer together, therefore it's easier for electricity to link between the molecules, right? So see when you pour salt into it, he's got two diodes measuring the resistance of the water between the two diodes, and as soon as he detects a drop, he's got a predetermined thing for the thing to do in the game, and that is exit quit current game. See, when I seen that today, man, I was like, totally talking about that, and
It's
I'm
like a
going to
fucking
be after the
treatment
beauty
for rage
pageant
quitting,
section.
man. You have to pour salt specifically to quit. To
Yes.
rage
Yeah.
quit, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's a treatment right there, like
Mhm.
therapy.
I wonder, right? Is that imagine if they had that like gaming contest in Smash Bros where it was just 2 cups of water, right? And then you'll like, do you remember how like sometimes you get fans storming the stage?
Cinnamon
Imagine-
for fucking X, sugar for B.
Oh my god, Baking Hero! Let's do it!
Let's do Bacon Hero. Let's do it.
Baking
That's-
Hero, here we fucking go! Cooking Mama in real life. Oh mate, this is gonna be amazing.
As if that's what anyone in this world needs.
Mate, I'd play Bacon
Yes,
Hero.
yes, it does. I am a student who does not know how to cook and has zero to no money. I would rather spend my like money on video games than spend it on food. Now, if you incorporate the two,
Mate, get Candonian on it.
Yes,
Candonian.
Cantonian.
Bacon Hero.
Baker Hero, Baker Hero. Here we go.
Froze.
Oh, he's frozen. Oh no, he's back.
Right.
Every time I freeze, I'm just going to turn my camera off because I'm waiting for it to come back on.
Another thing I want to ask everybody is, did you see the steps 5, 6, 7, 8 dance me and Yaldi done the other night?
Well, I
Because I'm
seen
not going to
something
show it on the
resembling
podcast.
like.
Right?
think
I'm
you
not going to show it on the podcast. If you want to watch it, there's the link there. Click it, open it a tab, and watch it later. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description below. Watch it. Do not miss out on it. You'll fucking. It's great. Just watch Yaldi time as he doesn't know what the fuck to do, and then it comes to a bit in the song, and he goes, "Oh, this is the bit where you shake your hips." Goes. And shakes his hips. Oh, it's my favourite part, man.
That's
good
what
at shaking them hips. Like,
Yaldi
you know
is
what I
pretty
mean?
good at shaking them hips, man. That
Yeah,
boy
we
like
can
do
move.
Vanessa just said, that wins every talent section of any pageant. Just what if, right? What if somewhere in like there's in America there is a beauty pageant going on right now, and there is a woman in a bikini doing the 5, 6, 7, 8 dance, but instead of her, she got like the sound guy got the wrong video, and it's actually just Cod and Yaldi behind it.
That'd be amazing.
It turns out we're famous for fucking doing the
Just
5,
halfway
6,
through,
7,
I
8
can hear
dance.
his card go like, "Come on, I've fucking got it, I've got it."
We went to a ball for the Teenage Cancer Trust, and they played Reach Up for the Stars at the end of the night, and me and my big cousin made up a dance to it on the dance floor, and
Oh, yes.
that
Yes.
got the people in the mood. And
Like,
then
see a cheesy
sat down.
song well placed. A cheesy song well placed is fucking just
oh,
excellent,
it's
man.
better than anything else.
Yes, man. Yes. Who is it that sings "Reach Up for the Stars"? It says Club 7 or something, isn't it? Who is it?
Yeah, it was.
It says Club
He
7.
I love how there
asks
was-
like he doesn't already know. Come on, man.
A super
I
fan.
love how there
Closet
was.
super
I love how
fan.
there was S Club 7, right? But there was S Club 7 Juniors as well.
They grew up to be
Yeah,
S Club
I
8.
remember that.
Did they? S Club
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
See-
is there an S Club Seniors and they're actually S Club 4 or something?
Aye, if you
Have
go
we
back
got like a
through the
K-pop
ages, there's
thing going
cave
on right
paintings.
now?
Welcome to the stream, Estevarius. How you doing, dude?
Actually, the first S Club were called Shawaddy Waddy.
Oh, Shawadi Waddy.
Sure, what?
Don't know if they'd
What?
thank you for that.
Another question I've got for you guys, just to switch subjects really quickly, is have you seen or heard of Robo Race?
No, but I'm sure
What's
you're going to
Robo?
tell us.
I'm going to tell you about Robo Race. Check this shit out. It's fucking, mate, it's so cool, man. Like, how cool does that shit look as well? Because, like, right, they're doing like AI driven motors as a motorsport, right? Season Alpha's
That's
coming.
just lazy.
No, it's not, right? They've got two
And
different
hold on.
motors. What are the two motors called? Hold on, I've got it written down. One of the motors is called DevBot, and the other is just called Robo Racer. So the one at the top, this one that doesn't look as if it can fit a person in it, is Robo Racer. It's not ready yet because they've not done enough tests with
But look at the logo.
the bot one.
Like, if you go up again, right, look at the logo. Isn't that fucking Sombra's logo from Overwatch?
I don't know, but I really like the sound of this, right? Because like, it's something for programmers to compete in. That's not just today with program. Well, it is purely today with programming, but like they're gonna get faster than like, because they were already taught. There's loads of stuff you can look this up on YouTube. There's loads of videos and stuff about it. I was catching up on it today, and the guy was talking about his favourite event to do at the moment with Robo Race is to put, because in DevBot, which is the one that can fit a person in it, they put DevBot out there with a person in it, and then DevBot out there without a person in it, and they'll fucking race each other. And like, sometimes DevBot has been leading the race. It's never won yet, but it's getting closer and closer and closer. So like, it just leads onto the thing that like, this is going to help the roads get a lot safer, right? Like, one of the reasons I don't drive is because I still get a lot of anxiety. I was in a really bad car accident, almost died in a car accident. So I've never driven since. But see something like this, if like all the motors are talking to each other, saying, like, two motors coming to each other that are AI driven, right? They're coming to each other, and they say, right, the computers are talking to each other, and they say, I'm going to go left. All right, I'll go left, and you miss each other, right? Crash avoided. See two people, more times than not, one will turn left, both of them will try to avoid in the same direction, and one of them will do that into the side, and that's how you get a really bad car accident. But I really like the sound of that, because
the argument against that stuff though is the human element of it. Is when you program a computer, how does it decide like the
you're talking about the argument if it's going to crash into a packed classroom of children, or it can kill wee Jimmy and his dog.
Yeah, because if you've done the test and it's like, it asks you like two robbers or two old grannies, or like two dogs and three Waynes and stuff. That's really illuminating.
Always
when you see
because
people's
dogs are
results.
better
Exactly. My results came back that I'm a psychopath because I said I'd save all the dogs and hit all the Waynes. So I was like, obvious choice.
Wayne shouldn't have been playing on the fucking track. They should ken better, eh?
Wayne should know better,
but here's the thing, right? Dogs didn't ask you questions. Dogs didn't throw tantrums when you say you can't have your dessert before your dinner. Dogs just come up to you, lick your balls, and go to sleep. That's all they do.
That's not what they're for, man. That's not what they're for.
Really? Because I stayed over at CODs a few weeks ago, and it was kind of weird to see.
Thunder gives me the face. He don't give me the cold meat right now. This doggy's landing on the carpet, big man. Go on. Starts taking the sitting position. You're like, no! Fucking stop it!
I think dogs
aiming him out the window like a fucking grenade launcher.
Hanging him out the window.
Guard the woo!
Listen, I'm just so happy that Trust now lives on the ground floor.
Do you know, right? Like,
fucking brown thunder, man. Brown thunder.
Let's all be real here, right? See, when you've had your puppy or your kitten or whatever, right? See, when you had that small animal that you just got it, and it was learning to do the toilet. Like, how many times did it go through your mind? Just hold him near the toilet and let him do a shite. He'll get used to it, and then he'll do a shite in the toilet, and it'll be brilliant. And then you think to yourself, oh, hold on a minute, I'm got to find my dog, flap my boot in the toilet that he's just shat in, covered in shite.
There was
that with cats until you find out there's like weird shit and cat shit and piss that could like be serious brain fucking problems. Like, so no, that doesn't happen, man. You either be putting cat stuff in the toilet.
And then you remember, as humans, we can't even teach our offspring to use a fucking toilet.
But like, when my dog, when we just got him, he used to like you know when you get like a puppy and it follows you everywhere.
Yes.
It's like I must have you in eyesight at all times.
Yes.
Well, my dog followed me in the toilet, and he just literally just like every animal just sits there and watches you do your business. Like I will guard you as you shine. Like, and then I remember I was doing there taking a piss, and the dog looked at me. Then he turned around, lifted his leg, and started peeing on the side of the toilet. And I didn't know if I should tell him off or not, because I was like, I mean, you're trying.
Hypocrisy.
Like,
See, Oscar
you're
used to do
trying.
that. Oscar used to do that, right? Thunder hasn't learnt that. See, sometimes I can sleep for like 16 hours, right? I can sleep when I get to sleep. I'm awake for days, but when I sleep, I fucking sleep, right? So sometimes like I wake up in the morning and the dog's pissed in the living room. Do you know what I mean? It's laminate flaring. It's not that bad, right? But my other dog, Oscar, whenever he was like that, he used to go to the toilet and he pissed in the toilet. And see that way, like I never gave him into trouble for it. Do you know what I mean? Because the toilet's got liner in it and stuff like that. And I'm like, he's went to the place that I go to the toilet. Do you know what I mean? He can't use the toilet. He fucking tried. He can't give him into trouble if he fucking tried. Do you know what I mean?
You
Like,
seen that? You seen that meme where it's like, fucking cat brings in a bird in its mouth, and the owner's like, "Oh fuck, you can't do that." Chucks the fucking dead bird away, and then next shot's him just in with roast chicken. The cat like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Hold on.
oh,
My cat pisses in the bath sometimes, and I don't know where to tell him off or no. I'm like, at least you're doing it in somewhere I can wash.
I wouldn't. I mean, they're smart enough to know that that's where you've been doing your business, and like I wouldn't get them into trouble for that because they're trying their best. Do you know what I mean?
Just
They're
don't
trying.
bath in that bath, bro. Just don't bath in that bath, man.
Oh no, I take showers. I do not understand. Like I do not understand baths. You sit there in your own wet dirt. Like, how is that getting clean?
Look, listen, you can fucking bottle that shit for 50 quid these days, mate.
only if you're a gamer girl.
Well, now you
Thankfully, I
mention it.
identify as a gamer girl, so it's fine.
My
If
bird's a
she
gamer girl.
breathes,
But she's not coming on the stream tonight. She's not coming. No! Fucking stay in the corner.
Get some bathwater on the go, mate. You know what I mean? That is that shit.
But I'll take it back to the original point that we brought up. Fuck knows how we got onto cats peeing in a bath, right? But season alpha of Robo Race. Robo Race's debut competition, which pitches multiple teams against one another with wheel-to-wheel action at events around the world. Over the course of the year, Season Alpha will experiment with different formats and challenges that will push the skills of the teams and engage a new generation of fans. There will be events taking place across Europe and the USA during 2019. Keep an eye on our social channels for the latest information. So it's starting soon, and fucking just keep your eyes on it. It's just Robo Race on Twitter, at Robo Race, really easy to find. And I'm going to be keeping my eye on it because it's, do you know what I mean? It's going to propel so many industries forward. AI, self-driving cars, do you know what I mean? Like road safety, it's just so many things. It's got space flight, stuff like that as well, because the AI that's getting into it, do you know what I mean? This is a massive
Elon
thing.
Musk buys the whole thing. He's like, I like this money.
Now, see, Robo Race sounds really good, but what I want to see is a competition like Crufts, but dogs trying to piss in the toilet.
That's the real stuff that matters here. That's the fucking thing we're missing out.
I'd get behind that. I'd sponsor that.
I'd watch that just for the crowd's reaction afterwards when one gets it right. Just 25,000 people. No, 25,000 people just unanimously, good boy. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you can hear a pin drop in the audience. Oh no, wait. That's piss. Yeah!
I want to see that competition. Fought Chronicles commentated. Let's go. Let's start it. IndiScots new show. See? Here we go.
I'm not staring at Doug dicks for a living, mate. For God's sake.
You can watch from behind. You don't need to watch them dick on.
Do you know what I want to see? Do you when you were like 5 years old, 6 years old, and you just saw a urinal, and you just thought, how high can I piss?
A urinal.
A urinal.
He said urinal, didn't he?
A urinal, right? Fine. Or should I go
Chat
American?
confirm
Urinal.
that. I heard whatever I heard, didn't I? I heard that. I can't even hint it now because it was that fucked up and you said the real word.
A urinal.
A urinal.
A urinal.
That's what he said, yes. He did see urinal. See? Thanks, Estevarius.
Oh mate, I really hope you all come to my urinal. Like, you know,
The chat's grass chopped there, mate.
Chat's totally
I've been-
caught him
I've-
out, man.
I've been grassed
Fucking
up.
snitch.
Aye.
Snitch in the
You get
chat.
stitches, Estevarius.
Right, now we're going to watch a quick wee trailer of a game that I think is going to do really fucking well because the two games that it's fucking copying pretty much done really fucking well. Here's Steel Circus, right? I'll bring this up now. We'll watch the trailer really quick. There's a big Scottish guy in it. The English are not represented. Yeehaw! Who knew you could use bagpipes to make them look like you've got 3 swords in your back and look pure awesome?
That's why they were invented.
I love. Wait, is that a Scottish name?
What was his name?
Lachlan.
Aye, Lachlan is a Scottish name, yes.
Because I only know one Lachlan. He's from New Zealand. And the other Lachlan was on that TV show Lockie Leonard.
Remember
New Zealand.
remember the British Isles populated New Zealand and Australia, Viper?
And
Bye.
the rest of the world.
And
Don't
the rest of the
mention
world.
the war.
So that comes out,
Colonisation,
early access on
liberation,
Steam,
Same thing.
August 8th. What do you think
I'll
of that?
play
It
it.
looks fucking awesome, doesn't it, man? It looks really good. A wee bit of like Overwatch and a wee bit of like fucking Rocket League. Obviously, it's Rocket League because it's football. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got because did Overwatch not put a mode in that was very much like Rocket League in their own
Lucio
game?
Ball.
Aye.
It's legit.
It is legit a
FIFA
carbon
Street for
copy.
2019.
Oh mate, no sorry. Lucio Ball is amazing. I love. I don't really play Overwatch that much anymore, but when Lucio Ball's back, I'm fuck is Overwatch.
Yo, Candonian, we were talking about it earlier. We've got,
Yes, Candonian, you need to make a game.
Hold on. I'll take it back and we'll replay this video for Candonian, right? We want you to make a game. It's called Baker Hero. It's like Guitar Hero, right? Except you bake shit, right? Look, this guy made a controller where you can have a whole bunch of controllers, Candonian, right? Whole bunch of glasses of water, and you have to pour all the different shit into different cups, man, and that plays the game. Look how you can get it to
For
do
my
shit.
latest
Look.
product, I built a controller that lets you rage quit video games using the power of salt.
Yes! detects fucking flour density. Do you know what I mean? Presses X.
That should be like what, like you get like 600 grams and it presses X. There we go. Okay, now I need 40 grams of butter melted. so you put the controller in the microwave with. And then like it goes around, and when it detects that it's melted, it goes ping, and it shows you in the TV. You've lost a controller, but we'll sell you.
See,
we'll
that's
sell
where
you
the
man.
money is,
Wait, guys,
Candonian.
like,
You've
what?
got to sell the amount of controllers you'll be selling, man. If you're selling all the controllers, do you know what I mean? Nice cheap controllers, man. Nice
You
wee
know-
profit on them, but you'll be selling hunters.
in all seriousness of this, though, right? Do you know what this could actually work for?
Nothing.
Nintendo level.
Mixologists,
Mixologists? What's that? Is that
the
like
guys
a
who make cocktails and
Scientologist?
stuff. They're called mixologists. It's weird. They just want to make themselves sound popular. They're not a cocktail maker because it has the word cock in it.
Oh, right,
You know.
right,
And
okay, I
that
get
would
you.
be gay. You can't have things like that.
But like for like mixologists, it could actually work considering you have to there's some drinks that have like different densities of like liquids and shit. Some have corn syrup, some have fucking egg whites.
Can I just say,
Sure,
when you
that's
call
fire.
yourself a mixologist, you're already enough of a hipster wank. You don't need anything else.
To be fair,
No
if you go
ingredients
to
needed.
like we have a bar in Edinburgh called Brewhemia that basically is just a bunch of mixologists, and you're like, wank, 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 wank. Good guy.
Did you say good guy? Because there's a reflective surface behind the bar, and you caught a glimpse of yourself.
No, it was
So
your mom.
don't imagine there's any good guys working in that place.
See, fucking when that sketch for fucking Chewing the Fat first came out, the wank good guy wank. I remember I was me and my wee brother was up at parties playing football with me and my pals, right? And see that way you're doing numbers for football, and instead of doing numbers for football, I done wank. wank. Do you know what I mean? And I got to my wee brother and I paused, and he thought he's got to be a good guy, and I done wank. And Davey started greeting. He was like fucking 7 years old or something. He's sitting there greeting. He's like, "Ah, you called me a wank," and I'm like, "Fuck's sake, man."
To be fair though, Chewing the Fat made some of the best ones. Like they had the two kids that are like, "Can I get a 99? Aye, can I get a bottle of ginger? Aye, what does he want? He wants a swatch your fanny."
He wants to switch your fanny. They
And
also
the
created
melted ice
some.
cream.
They also created
women
some
that
really
always
daft
say-
sketches, man. Like, does anybody remember the sketch where it was a guy dressed as a superhero and on his chest he had a big nipple? Just a big nipple. And basically, when something was happening and somebody was doing something bad, this guy showed up and he twisted your nipple and requested that you whistle. And nobody could whistle when they were getting their nipple twisted. And then if they didn't whistle, he assumed victory. Da-da-da, and ran away.
Showing on your wet dreams, no?
No, that was a sketch of Chewing the Fat. It was a tall one. What's his name again? Ford, or it's Greg, isn't it? Sorry, the big one. Aye, but it was a big guy that was in the nipple suit, man. A beard, twist nipple, whistle. Cunts are like. Sorry,
This
Walker.
memory for Chewing the Fat is the mum that's always like, he's just started the wank.
He's just started the masturbating. That's right.
My auntie and uncle did that to my big cousin at every family party. Every event.
Yes.
Every time we come into the kitchen, he's just started at the masturbating.
One of the best. This wasn't like an S2, and it was I saw this
Hey,
like
Lozzie.
this on YouTube for the first time, and it was the one with the kid with the stoner.
I
saw
saw
that.
that. To say the
I
candle
saw that for the first time whilst I was in
Phone your
class.
gran. He's got a stoner. The boy's got a stoner.
He's got a stoner. No, your granny knows. I'm in the middle of class howling whilst my teacher looks at me going, "What's so funny about your work?" And I'm like, I couldn't help myself. I went, "Got a stoner." Mate, Chewing the Fat is just.
And that's how you got chucked out of school.
Teacher's
And
like,
that's
I
it,
ain't
like,
touching
can't
it
say the
physically
word,
or
you know.
metaphorically. Not touching it. Oh, fuck, man. Right, can we get back to some semblance of a human conversation?
Another story. Next
Right.
story.
Did we all see that the game get changed for Sony? The PSN
Yes.
free game of the month. What do you think about that? Me personally, I think they're allowed to give a shit game every now and then.
There's two ways about it, man. I'm pissed. I wanted to play PES. I've got no football game.
Me
I'm not
too.
buying fucking
Me too.
FIFA.
I
So
wasn't
like,
going
free
to buy.
fucking football game. Let's go.
100%
But
agree.
Detroit Become Human's better than PES.
Well, that is true.
I'll
That
have
is
that.
true.
The way I was saying it
I'm
after
in
I
Madcap.
I've had Xbox Game Pass for like a year now, and PES is on that, and I've still not played it.
Aye, but do you
So-
have FIFA?
Yeah, I bought FIFA
Aye,
after
that's-
PES
that-
was
that-
free.
that's
After
what we're
PES was
saying.
free though,
Oh, right.
so I knew I had the free alternative, and I went, nah, fuck that. I'm not.
But aye,
Aye,
it's
but
like
you Xbox lot are spoiled. We only get like 2 a month. Literally,
Really?
the
2 a month,
the
but-
PS3 games.
see
But
something
the-
that goes
the
hand in
Xbox
hand
Game
with
Pass
this.
is completely-
Something that goes hand in hand with it is Konami announced this
quantity.
week.
It's quantity.
Konami announced this week that they're still got no plans to introduce the women's national teams in the game, even though they've been there in FIFA since 2016.
Even though they've been growing in popularity for fucking ages.
Even though the Women's World Cup's just been heavy successful. Do you know what I mean?
Good
Yes,
guy, Konami, as ever.
if I'm actually right, I think this was actually the biggest women's World Cup ever in terms of how much it grossed. Because people
it was
were
really
actually
popular.
fucking interested. Especially in Scotland, considering we were doing fucking well. Like, we were
But
like,
see, this is why I didn't like this World Cup, is because every game the officials let Scotland down. I was raging. Every fucking
See,
game.
Scottish women
Can't.
don't need any more reason to put us down. Have you ever tried to have an argument with a Scottish woman? Can you imagine they done better than us at football? Do you know what I mean? Like, holy shit, man, we'd lose every argument we ever entered. You just shut it, wee man. Our football team's even better than yours. You shut it. You'd be like, ah, sorry, mum.
Just end the argument with, you've got a wee stoner anyway.
Aye.
but I like, in terms of like the game getting changed, as far as I know, is because of the fan backlash. And as much as I understand that companies want to keep people happy, this, in my opinion, was the equivalent to a spoilt brat kid not getting the toys he wanted for his birthday, throwing them out the pram and having a cry.
So
That's
what,
what
they
I
complained to get the women taken out the game?
No,
I
he's
mean-
talking about the pre-PSN
They
game
complained
being
to get the
changed.
game changed.
Yeah,
The
like-
women was just attached to the fact that Pez was a free game, and like Walkerly said, he chose to pay money for its
Oh, right,
competitor
sorry.
rather than get the free version of Pez and play it, right? And Pez still aren't willing to even make that change. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just gave people more of an excuse to ignore their game. Do you know what I mean? That's why I bring
heard
that
a
up.
rumour. I heard a rumour there was something to do with licensing as well, was the reason we never got paid.
Pez never ever has a license. It never has the proper licenses. The guys are always named different things. Do you know what I mean?
I never knew that.
Like,
For years, you
imagine
never
it was
even get Glasgow
Walter
and
Smith.
Celtic.
Do you know what I mean? Walter Smith was the Rangers manager for a number of years. In Pez, it would have been Walter Smith with an F. So as it's not his real name. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No,
shit
legit.
like that.
For years, Rangers and Celtic were called like Glasgow A and Glasgow B.
Yes.
And they changed it depending on who did better. The year before got A. And the losers
Liverpool
get
Red,
B.
Liverpool Blue was Liverpool and Everton. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool Red, Liverpool Blue.
Manchester Blue, Manchester Red, like it was.
And then they get like Waynes to draw the badges so that they don't have to pay
They
license.
fucking
on
really
them.
did. It was like they really did get the Wades to draw the badges, and then they brung out one where you could make your own badge for your team, and it was just like fucking. It was like, see, when you were a kid and you were got the boxes that you had to put the different shapes into. That's what it was like, man. You're like, I've got 8 shapes. What am I, fucking 4? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on.
But like, in terms of like, this like, see if I know, because we're like a little bit older. I say I am 20, COD 30. It's a bit of a gap, but I'm pretty sure if some like COD, if a guy came to you and went, so if you give this company 40 quid a year, not only can you play with your friends wherever they are around the world, but they'll give you 2 free games a month, you'd be like,
Aye.
take money. like, and you wouldn't complain about what game you got because you got a free game.
Dude, I've had
Literally, I
every
never-
free
even when it's a shit
PlayStation
month.
game for like fucking 2.5 years now since it came out, man. And like see the amount of games people have missed because they get in early enough. Like it was, I've got Killing Floor. I got Killing Floor 2. I was
I've got
playing
Killing Floor,
Bro
yeah.
Force the other night. Do you know what I mean? There's so many good games that I forgot about that are still just in my library, waiting on me downloading them if I ever want to play
I've
them.
had it for about 3 months before I fucking realised there was a time limit on the bastard.
You have to add them to your library. See, as soon
Yeah,
as
you add
see,
them to
every
your
month.
library.
Straight
One-
up now.
It used to
First
be
of
the
month, that's
6th.
it.
It used to be the 6th day every month that these games went live on PSN for the month. Now it's the 3rd. So the 3rd day every month, just go into your PSN,
Aye.
click add to library, add to library, add to library. Just get it done. Just add it. It'll be on your
Aye.
account, and you can download them whenever. There's no
Like
point in missing
I
them.
can't take my PS4 up to Inverness with me. I'm giving my PlayStation to Vanessa, and I'm telling her
Mum, you just press the up button. See the bit that it says download? I don't see it, son. Just
but
imagine that, can't you?
But like in terms of like fucking like I'll be telling Vanessa, aye, so can you on the 3rd every month just go into my account, just go into the store and just click add to library, right?
Can
I
you
don't need you
not?
to download it, but like
Can you
Just
not do
press the
that through the
button.
PSN? I think you could do that through the PSN.
maybe might be able to.
You can get an
Check
app
that
on your
out,
phone.
man,
You
because
can get
there's
an app
loads of
on your
wee
phone that
things
you can
do
do.
the account.
Oh, can I?
Didn't
Yeah,
care
even
about.
better.
Like, you can go into the internet and go here. It's at least added to my library or whatever. Because I know
Aye.
you can set things to pre-download like that as well.
it's
Viper
like
does
the
look as
best
if
thing
he's
about
lost
it-
a bit of weight again, Madcap, didn't he? He does look a wee bit fucking skinnier there in the face.
He's
What
gave
were
me
you
a
saying?
fucking Lennart.
Here you go, Priv.
Just gonna
The
shut
best
it
thing
for
about it
the-
though is like you get mad games you would never play in your life, and they end up actually being quite good.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Aye, like totally
definitely.
reliable
Still not good
delivery
enough to buy,
service.
but
Have you played that game that's free on Steam now? Totally reliable delivery service. We were playing it on Friday night. It's up to 4 player. It's a physics game, and you have to just deliver shit. It's fucking. It's so good, man. Play it with a couple of your mates. Get people see the guys you usually play games with, that you're lax playing games with. The jokes are flying about. That's the type of people to play totally reliable delivery service, man.
We might play some later.
I'm the funniest of my pals, so that doesn't work for me.
Your pals don't think that.
We might play some.
Yeah, they mean funny
delivery
in a
service
different
later.
way, Walkerly. Right? He's
He's the guy that wears the internet gaylord tap and that. Do you know what I mean?
It's the kind of funny where they might not let you near their daughter type of funny, you know.
Because it's too late for their mother and sister.
I like him. I like him. He
But
can
to
stay.
get back to what you were saying, Walkerly, like, man, I help alienation for House Marquee. Would have never touched a game like that. Like that game like that twice. Fucking banging. Loved it. Downwell.
Yeah.
Downwell was just like some little fucking like 8-bit 2-button. I'm not even 2-bit. It's 1 button. Just X for jump, and you keep tapping it, and you just jump down. Fucking brilliant. I was playing it for ages, for hours. They really
Some
do
of the games you get
a good
are
job of
insane.
shunting some of the good indie stuff right in there. But then
Yeah.
every other month you're going to get a couple of shiters.
But that's allowed. Like
You've
it's
got your-
allowed.
It's
They
allowed.
can't give you
Xbox seem to
triple
do it quite well, and they always give you an Xbox 360 game as
Yeah.
well. And on average, the Xbox 360 game tends to be an absolutely banging game that you've just lost the
Yeah.
disc to or something, and
I
wouldn't
mean,
pay
like-
to download a game.
It's a matter of perspective as well, right? Like, me and Privilege, I'm probably not going to get Detroit Become Human, right? I don't really like that type of game. I probably would have fucking downloaded PES and played it with my wee brother a couple of times. Do you know what I mean? Made a wee YouTube series out of it. Because me and him used to do that. We had a lot of fun, and it's a way for me to spend time with my wee brother. That's what I was thinking when I seen PES, right? So, like, because people are fucking moaning about it, or whatever the reason was, they changed it now to a game that I'm not going to play. I'm not the majority, I understand that, but why does the minority always get fucked over in these situations? Do you know what I mean? Why can people
It's
not
the
just...
world. Minorities always get fucked over. It's kind of how the world works right now.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. Fuck the poor guy.
But see,
I
I
think we
think
should have
it's,
got PES
it's
as well.
actually it's actually the majority that gets fucked over, because the majority of people don't give a fuck what the free game is.
Yeah.
Well,
They're probably
you're
gonna
right there.
download it anyway.
You're
And
right.
then it's like a few thousand really angry people shout, and then we'll change it. We can't
It's
have
like-
PES. There's somebody's angry.
It's like those people who are they're angry that Ariel's been played by a black woman instead of a red-haired white woman in the live-action remake. The people who just have nothing better to do but to complain. Like, she can't play her because she's white. She's also a cartoon and a fucking mermaid. Like,
To be fair though, yeah, what you complain about a film you're not going to watch. Like I'm not going to watch any
But
of
now,
these new CGI
you're
ones.
taking the wrong side there, because that's exactly what happens with games, superhero films.
Mhm.
It's all these people that aren't they going to watch or play them. Like,
Oh,
this
trust.
game's overtly
Yes,
sexual.
what?
oh wait, hold on.
For a bunch of
Oh,
people
we're
that
back.
aren't they
Oh,
going to
we're
play
here.
it.
Sorry, I thought the stream crashed again. It didn't. It just my Twitch broke.
Nah,
No,
I
thank you.
think there's something to be said about sticking to some sort of character archetypes. Like I'm sure it was Tech was arguing, was, supposed to be fucking Norwegian or something like that, or
She's
Scandinavian
Danish.
or some shit.
But
Danish, right?
yeah,
at the
Why-
same
why
time,
do
did
they
you ever
fucking European countries?
see the cartoon?
Yeah.
There's
Listen, ginger
multiple
people
black-
are getting fucked the most here. She was the first ginger Disney princess, and they got moved to the back of the oppression queue.
I know.
Aye, but because
I'm sitting here with my ginger hair not being represented anymore. I've known that character since Brave.
Mate,
Brave,
I was talking about it last
you're
week.
forgetting.
Right, Walkerly, I was talking about it last week, right? See how, like, you're young, you've just started the masturbating, right? Like, do you know that sperm banks will literally pay extra money for people with red hairs sperm? You could make a living with it. Because people...
He's a way to go be a gay lord.
Ginger babies are apparently becoming less and less common, do you know what I mean? And women, some women... Obviously, everybody's different. There will be a demographic, but because gingers are going extinct, sperm banks are trying to get as much of it as they can to stop gingers going extinct. So get down that sperm bank, boy.
I'm just waiting for the day when they go massive bell ends are going extinct. We'll give extra money for them to donate.
You're just sitting there like, I'm already ready.
I've been waiting for this.
I've been collecting it in jars.
I think it's online for £27.
Bathwater instead.
But I like in terms of like the whole Ariel situation, right? Like, sure, like she was meant to be Danish and stuff, but like they broke that own thing where they had multiple black mermaids in the cartoon. And at the end of the day, right? Like what I actually said on Twitter was, oh yeah, everyone's complaining about that. Me personally couldn't give a shit who plays her, right? What I'm actually more annoyed at is, bar maybe one or two big movie companies, is anybody gonna come up with something fucking original instead of remaking movies from before the 2000s? There's been more remakes came out in the past 3 years than... Yes, we remade Spider-Man, but it's super original with a story.
Fucking remake Gladiator or something, do you know what I mean? Remake something that's good, do you know what I mean? Like fucking, it's just all superhero movies. Like,
fuck, that's a classic.
But see,
I really don't want to see a new Batman with Robert fucking Pattinson as Batman. Fuck that, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't see him as Batman.
Awesome.
No, fuck that, do you know what I mean? It's just going to be Batman sitting on a roof fucking snacking some bird. You're like, fuck off!
Macaulay Culkin is the Joker, bruh. It's going to be a fucking...
Macaulay Culkin is the Joker.
Can't wait.
Like, the only original film that I've, like...
Batman tries to sneak into the Joker's, like, warehouse, and he's just... slip him on marbles and shit.
with fucking Kirsten Stewart or whatever her name is on her back for Twilight, man. Catwoman. Twilight Home Alone crossover.
Right, okay. Maybe I do want to see a new Batman movie.
Like that. This is like some men want to see the world burn, mate, and I want to see DC just burn the house down at this point because they fucked it. Like what Viper's saying, man, it's only going to get so far before the snake eats its tail fully, and we're literally going to be, they're going to start making a movie and they're going to remake the movie before the movie's fucking made, or they're going to release the movie with the remade version coming out straight after.
This is a remake of Indiana Jones, but not a remake of the original Indiana Jones, because that one was shite. It's a remake of the remake of the remake of Indiana Jones, because that one was a good one. Do you know what I mean?
I'm on board with the idea in the chat, a live action Finding Nemo, but only if I can play Nemo and fuck myself into the...
He's just standing in a windy, and he's just like, you ready? Movie starts, credits, like open credits come up, and it's just Walkerly like, yeet! Just jumps into the fucking wall.
End credits.
End credits. Nemo died.
We didn't find them in time. It's actually, that's the sequel to the new Batman, Finding Nemo, except I'm hiding in some river, and they need to come and find me within like,
you're actually in the Clyde. Could you imagine that, like, Finding Nemo based in Glasgow? Nemo.
There's trout in that river. Hard trout with knives.
Aye, all the seagulls are, instead of going mine, they're like, aye.
Aye.
Do you want some chips? Aye.
Here.
Just see the dentist doing Glasgow's form of dentistry, which is just a man in the alleyway punching people's teeth out.
I thought we'd face Scotland, but Glasgow just gets a rep of this third world barren fucking country, man. It's all fucking...
Because it is a third world barren country.
Right, time for the next topic.
I prefer fucking Glasgow, Edinburgh. You guys got Taco Bell.
Next topic of the night is Epic have dipped another finger into yet another pie, and they're going to be
Pork pie?
focusing.
Another
pork pie. But I hear it's here, right? Epic pledges to cover refunds on crowdfunding games that go EGS exclusives. What does EGS exclusive mean again?
Epic Game exclusive, probably.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah. It's like their alternative to Steam or something, is it not?
Aye, so
Weird
yes, yeah. The original Shenmue 3 Kickstarter campaign started that game that would be released on Steam. A plan that went out the window last month when Deep Silver and Wisenet announced that it would be an Epic Game Store exclusive for 1 year. Upsetting unhappy backers even more was the apparent reluctance to offer refunds. Wisenet and Epic said it would be accessed. They would access the situation but didn't commit to giving unhappy backers their money back until today. Shortly after the refund announcement was made, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney took to Twitter to say that this kind of situation won't happen again, not because Epic isn't going to continue purchasing exclusives, it is, but because it will cover any existing commitments to other storefronts or guarantee refunds in lieu of that. When future games go to Epic Store exclusive after offering crowdfunding rewards on other PC stores, whether we coordinate with colleagues at other stores to ensure key availability in advance or guarantee refunds at announcement time, Sweeney wrote. So, like, Epic are pretty much, if people, like, do the Kickstarter and then pull out, anybody that's pulled out, Epic are going to front that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, but see, at the same time, I don't think they should have made that public. I really don't. Like, because people could take advantage of that.
Shit, man. I feel two ways about this shit because it's like you could look at Epic and be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" That's kind of scummy here and there, but I mean, businesses be businessing, bro. I think it's really smart of them to be snatching up what they can. It's maybe not as smart going for crowdfunding shit where it's already said, you're like, "Oh, we're going to bring it out on Steam, honestly," and then the crowdfunded fucking devs have got, so we've got the Epic sods, guys. You know, I knew they're in this situation, but it's good that they're going to fucking pay it back. I don't know. I feel kind of two ways about it. Like,
I don't know. Like, same. I feel as if, like, if it is the way I'm thinking about it, do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to pick up, like, if people pull out, they're going to pick up however much they fucking put into it. People could take advantage of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, is there going to be like a certain time window? Like, if they pull out after an hour, they're not going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because that might be people just, let's fuck over Epic. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it's going. I don't even really understand what they mean.
The logistics there are kind
like,
of thingy.
If you're going to crowdfund a game, right, and you guarantee Epic it's going to be an exclusive to their store, they're going to probably save money on developing or doing any of their own shit by paying those refunds.
Yeah.
So it saves them actually having to do as much and spend as much. So I think they could lose money on it, but at the end of the day, they're probably going to make considerably more from those exclusives than they are for like spending that shit.
And realistically, V-Bucks and Epic are their own fucking currency, or they're printing their own money with that fucking Fortnite beef. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as if they've got spare bucks to chuck in a few refunds.
And welcome Morris Minor. Morris Minor says in the chat, leave the exclusives to the console plebs. Like, he makes a good point, right? Like, exclusives.
Is it really
exclusives have been a console thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, there has, fair enough, there's been Steam exclusives, but that's because Steam was the only fucking thing for ages. Do you know what I mean? It was there, like, now there's a competitor, now you've got exclusives on PC. It's just a launcher, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, you can download both. It doesn't cost you to pay the launcher. Like,
exactly.
Okay, I've got the Walking Dead final chapter on Epic. I'm like, okay, I'm going to choose that launcher to launch the game. Oh, I've got fucking Fallout 76 from the Bethesda one. I'm just going to open that one. Oh, I've got something on EA, which means I'm never going to play it. I've got something on Steam. Like, you know, it doesn't matter for PC because it's all free. But
Candonian says there as well.
PS4 game and an Xbox and play Halo. Like,
Candonian says they're saying if you bought it for the Steam key, then they will refund or give you the key. However, Steam said no. If they don't get the money for it, they don't want anything to do with the game. Now,
right, so Steam were being dicks.
That's the way it looks, aye. But that's just Epic are
Fuck's
just
sake.
Epic have got fucking Steam in their fucking sites and they're just going for them, and it's just another fucking finger in that pie.
It's fun
make
to
Steam
see,
look
man.
good.
It's proper competition. It's
Competition's
capitalism,
good.
Viper. Your
I
favourite.
think Steam are going to have to do something about things like this if Epic are actually taking on different business strategies instead of just going, oh, we sell games and sometimes we sell them for £1.
But
Imagine the Poundland of gaming. Oh wait, it was called the pre-owned. It was called the pre-owned section of
It
game.
was called the
Sports
pre-owned
Direct.
It's
section.
now called CEX.
CEX have pretty much cornered that market bit, haven't they?
I love
Can I
CEX.
say CEX on average are only £1 cheaper than game?
Right. See, as
And
we're
when
talking about trading in the old games and stuff, Asus are taking up that philosophy, but graphics cards now. So trading in your old graphics card to Asus could be better than selling it on eBay, right? Asus has launched a new trade-in program that in some cases pays handsomely for certain older generations graphics card. A GeForce 7 GT 730, for example, qualifies for as much as 125 quid off when buying a new card. That is substantially more than you're likely to get by hawking the card on eBay. A look at most recent completed listings of the G730 shows the sellers getting as little as 18 quid in the UK and $16 in the US. So you're getting £100 more by getting it back to Asus. There are some outliers, but most seem to fetch in the neighbourhood of 20 to 30 in the UK and around 25 to 35 in the US. So you're getting about 90% more money. And there's a wee list. These graphics cards are probably the most popular ones, that's why they've gave it. But GeForce GTX 730 to a GeForce RTX 280 Ti, you'll get 125 quid off. For a 760 to a GeForce 260, you'll get 65 quid off. And for a 1050 to a 260, you'll get 105 quid off. Now, I think that's really good. Like, me personally, I've been looking into getting a new PC, and like, I have an old graphics card there that was for my fucking wee brother's computer, and he was just throwing it out, do you know what I mean? I think it's like a 680 or something like that. It's just sitting there, so that might be 50 quid off or something. So I really like it. Because like you say, when we were kids, Viper, or like a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that was a really good way of taking money off, like buying new games and stuff like that. You take in your old ones and stuff, do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
I done that as well. I traded like, thing is, like, because games are going digital, even with PlayStation 4 and stuff, I'll actually just end up buying the games digitally. Like, I only have like a few games that are physical copy, and I remember all the games that I had that I didn't play that were physical for PlayStation 4 and other like games like old Xbox games I had. I literally just went into game and went, cool, here they are. Give Spider-Man. Like,
But
that's
see,
the last.
I have the one good reason to still buy games. Steelbooks. For I am a pleb that likes metal.
I've got the same one, man. I've got the
Right.
same one.
Oh
And
no,
when my
I
gypsy camp moves again, I will use this.
Oh no. Wait, hold on.
I've got a steelbook.
You want to talk about physical copies? Sorry, I have to
Oh,
move
God.
stuff off the top of it. You want to talk about physical copies?
Are we measuring dicks here or what, guys?
Yes,
Let's
yes,
just
we
get
are.
to it. Let's get to it.
There you go. You want to talk about physical copies? Do you know what's even better? This is such a betrayal moment, right? I bought the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy Edition for Xbox
Way too much
One,
effort.
right? I bought it for Xbox One, right? And do you want to know what's inside the box currently? PS4 games.
It's quite a good wee container for a game, though, man. Look as if they're sitting
No,
quite
you know what's
snug
even
in
better?
there.
Look. Generally, look.
Holy shit.
They're coming. It was. I put it in, and like it was a almost orgasmic moment when they fit perfectly.
They probably
Right,
designed
in my
it like
next
that.
video, I'm going to show you me tipping my side down, which I can't do because they sit on the floor, so I'll just volley them.
On the plus side, anyone want a copy of a Drive Club that came on my PS4 that's not to be sold separately?
No.
Hence why I
Nobody
couldn't
wants
trade it in.
Right, here's what Candonian's saying, right?
The only reason I have it.
Candonian's saying a lot of cards are now made with components that can be broken down into materials and reused again. And with the rising cost of gold, etc., forever getting more expensive, it's now cheaper to buy old cards and remove the gold and reuse that than buy raw gold and put it in. They announced it to us last year at one of the events. That does make a lot of sense.
At least they're being honest about it.
Aye, like
I feel
we were
like
going
I
to
wasted
spend.
a slot here, and you should have had Candonian on this week instead.
Candonian's our tame game developer, and we just tell him to do things like make games where we mix salt and water together.
He's also a posh
He's also making a game where you just slap people's bums because he's that person.
It's called Super Touchy Bum Bum. It looks
I'm
quality.
getting the word nods.
But that moves us on quite nicely to the last subject I've got for the night, right? Is game devs...
Segueing with a nonce, right, okay.
Segueing with a nonce. Segueing with a nonce and then typing France in the chat, right? We're no saying French people are nonces. I didn't realise the word nonce was said there, right? We're switching because we were talking about game development, right? France are
nonce.
France are trying to get themselves to be... What was the quote? Hold on. The quote was the leading country in the industry, and they're talking about the game development industry. France have launched this program that they're going to subsidise like game developers moving over there. This article tries to connect it to Brexit, but they can fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Don't say the B word. Fucking hell.
What, Bob?
I heard they tried to connect funny tasting tap water in Cumbernauld to Brexit, and then they went, "Oh no, that's right. There's just a tramp pissing it."
It says there, and it offers a lot of like perks, right, in the form of like tax credits, plentiful funding for development, R&D, collective actions and other initiatives. Moving from somewhere else, there's a whole section dedicated to that too, covering everything from French labour laws to rules of mobility and understanding the tax system. So they're really trying to get all the game developers there. I really don't like the fact, that's why I'm not showing this article, but I really don't like the fact that they tried to link it to Brexit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, the French are fucking trying to steal our game developers, bastards. No reason to hate the Europeans and fucking force through Brexit. Like, fuck off, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're just trying to boost a part of their industry, and one of the ways to do that is get talent for you all around about the world, and that's a good way of doing it. You'll come to France, we'll give you more money to make your games than your current government's giving you, because I know for a fact the Scottish government don't help very much. Do you know what I mean?
Unless you're a woman.
No, the Scottish government don't help with game developers at all. They don't help at all.
Even though we have one of the biggest game developers at our doorstep. Literally, you can go... Actually, no, I'm right. Literally at their doorstep. The Scottish Parliament in Edinburgh, Hollywood, right? Literally across the road is Rockstar North. Like, genuinely, literally at the doorstep.
Every time I'm in Edinburgh,
you can look out the window of Holyrood and... Oh, look. There's Red Dead Redemption 2.
but the Scottish government don't like games like that because you can do things like throw suffragettes to the alligators.
I was about to say, you don't want to tied up into that scandal, like the next thing that they're announcing. This GTA is going to be based in Glasgow, yeah!
Oh, mate, I'm not going to lie, I'd love a GTA based in Glasgow. Because not only that,
the first
right?
one where you're not the biggest criminal talking about. I've stabbed 47 people and I'm still in a 1-star wanted level.
Could you just imagine, like, you know how like San Andreas had, you know, like the like this, like the West Coast rap. Liberty City had that cool like New York kind of like rap beat. Can you just imagine just coming to Glasgow, just gop, your dab, sales evil, your dab, sales evil, your more puns, council. Welcome to Glasgow. You'll never find
it.
And it cuts,
amazing, man.
like the theme song cuts just after it says your more punts council, and it cuts to like a cutscene where it's your more in game, and it just goes, why buy any council?
No, it's in GTA when you or any Rockstar game when you finish a mission, your guy walks out a building or something. Your guy's standing there looking around, his phone rings, he gets stabbed, and then his fucking phone gets stolen. Your new mission, buy a phone.
It's the only GTA game where the only way to restore health is by going to the Blue Lagoon and under Central and getting a chippy.
As your respect goes up, so too does your targetedness with everybody else around you. He thinks he's too good for his fucking boots.
To be fair, actually, it'd be really cool to see, like, because like these games love to put wee Easter eggs into the actual city. Like they'll put real people from the city in there. Can you just imagine all the ICW wrestlers could about G6, just like come to Shocky Horse Street.
Side hall mission, you got to put the fucking cone on the fucking statue. Like that's the side.
That would be an amazing side mission.
Yeah,
You need to do it with like a stunt jump. You can't just climb up and put it on.
we're just watching Captain Privilege's broken face now. And just imagine he's going, ha 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 ha.
Oh mate, that fucking GTA 6 is fucking built up.
What are you doing resetting your camera when we're taking the piss with you? What the fuck, man?
You're not
GTA
getting
Online,
me, right?
You
So I've
get
already
GTA
been on the
on.
Twitch for about 5 minutes with your face just moving.
Oh, cheers, guys. Cheers.
You know, you get like the online and stuff, right? Can you just imagine that, like parts of the year, right? Like just for like all weekend of the year, everybody in Glasgow disappears because they're all away at Tea in the Park, and then all of a sudden they come back and it's fucking Transmit Fest.
No, then it's the following weekend you can't do anything because the orange walks on. They pure leather you every time you walk outside your house.
They should just
Bonus
fucking...
mission: dress as a priest in the middle of July.
They should totally do away with the orange walks, but we're not going to get into that. What we're going to say right now is thank you for watching the podcast. This week we had Walkerly on. Thank you for joining us, dude.
Cheers
Links
for
will
coming
be
in,
in the
man.
description to Walkerly's YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you to Captain Privilege for joining us, and thank you to SMviper for joining us too. As always, guys, we'll be playing some party games, some daft games. We'll be having a laugh. The stream will go down for a couple of minutes and then it will come back up. We're going to start with some Jackbox. We've got Totally Reliable Delivery Service to play. We could play some Scribble. We could play Board Game Online. There's loads of daft games that we can play. Stick about. Let's have a laugh. Let's cross that line. And we'll see you all next time. Captain Privilege, tell us about our sister podcast.
The Unmonetisables over on the Fault Chronicles on YouTube and all fucking good streaming podcast services. This week we are talking some juicy topics like Bathwater and and a whole host of other Jake Paul related fuckery. So
I feel like a subject matter expert.
mate, we need to get you on. To be honest, you're joining the queue to get fucking roped into the Unmonetisables. But yeah, check us out, please. Thank you. God.
Links in the
Cheers, man.
description below and type in !FOC to get the links to that channel, guys. Thank you for watching and we'll see you all in 5 minutes for Jackbox. Good night, folks.
Yanni.
We built this network on.
Build this network on Scots with soul. Build this network on Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots.
Come to Cumbernauld Comic Con.
I'm hosting Cumbernauld Resonate